Hello and welcome back to Nick's Hobbies and Interests. So today we're going to be taking a look at Gwen Stacy, the Hot Toys release from Into the Spider-Verse. I've already got MJ, a third party release, so I wanted to pick up some form of Gwen Stacy. I'll give you a quick rotation of the box. I admit the artwork's pretty cool, but I think the most important stuff is inside. So let's move on. Let's take a look. Now, I do apologise. This is a fairly large box. It might not look it inside the light box, but trust me, it is not the easiest of ones to open up. So that I'm going to nail it now. Now that I've actually got the camera rolling, I mean, I'm not going to complain. These unboxings, especially when you try and do them in one take, they generally take the mick. And of course, the more you do this, the more creased you actually make the back, like that. But I'm not going to waste your time with that. I will handle that in my own time. Let's get this. I was about to say, let's get this bad boy out, but I guess it's actually bad girl out. Now, very quickly, Gwen Stacy does come with a backdrop. Originally, I was thinking of displaying it with this in the light box, but I'll be honest, I got so excited about posing that I forgot to add it in. If you'd like to see it, I recommend going back to one of my older videos. It will be on display on the shelf. On top, you do have an entire section of hands. We'll get Gwen Stacy out first, shall we? So, you probably have seen her on display with the head sculpt. This is the head also she comes with. She does come with that piece as well, if you want to have her with the head sculpt and make it look like, you know, she's got a hood back. So it just clips on around the neck. I'll have it like that later. I don't plan to keep her masked up, let's say. You also do have, like the Spider-Man, you do have a mask for her to hold basically in another hand. So yes, just like Spider-Man. You can switch out the lenses. I have had this one popping out all day, to be fair, like that. So you can switch them out with these. That's quite cool. I'd rather that be a feature than them take it away. The other thing I will definitely say, this Gwen Stacy is, well, the articulation is insane. The amount of poses you can do. Some Hot Toys don't have it. I enjoyed it with Batgirl. She came with some great articulation in certain areas. And yeah, you can get some great poses, but then others are more statue themed where they're locked in place kind of thing. You can only get one look about them. But yeah, right, let's move on. You do get the flight pole, and let's take a close look at the base, shall we? So yeah, Gwen Stacy, Into the Spider-Verse. So yeah, cool. I did like the movie, to be fair. And even though I've not picked him up, Miles Morales, done by Hot Toys, again, looks awesome. I won't bring out all the eyes, but I will bring out the phone. It's a selfie by the look of it of... Can my camera focus on them? Miles and obviously Gwen. I'm trying to make out what that is in the background, I'm not sure. But I'm not going to waste time on it, somebody else will let me know. The other little accessory I want to get out, because I had her displayed with this, is the tiny little dinky mirror. Makeup mirror, if you like. But yeah. I did have her with that, but since you only get one, I was terrified of losing it. If for some reason she was to drop it, I was just afraid it was going to go somewhere and never be seen again. So I eventually changed the pose and changed what she was holding. You do get, when I can grab it, you do get this book, and yes, let's just say it's a school book, isn't it? Yeah, physics. But yeah, no, cool. I'm not going to get a magnifying glass out and try and read any of that. But yeah, it is cool. Don't think anything's under there apart from waste. Shall we have a quick look at the spider pig? I've never had this guy on display, to be honest. And I'm tempted to leave that on there just because I won't actually have him on display. But yeah, he is cool. Don't get me wrong. To save time, I'm editing over this and just cropping out a load of time wasting. I'd rather you enjoy it and me cut to the chase. Before I disappear, actually, as I was just changing things around and putting things away, she does come with all the natural and typical Spider-Man webbing options, which, if I'm honest, I never use. But yeah, if you want a nice diorama piece of them shooting their webs, you get a whole bunch, and they're all also included in here as well. Right, last but not least, she's going to be posed with this head sculpt anyway, so it shouldn't matter. But right now, this is the face you probably want to see. She is, I think, the only blonde in my entire collection. Now, I do actually plan, I think she had white hair, but I do actually plan to get Black Widow from Infinity War. Now, she either has blonde hair or has white hair, one of the two. So yeah, no, she's really well done, to be fair. I really like her anyway. Very quickly, just because it's much easier to bring her up close to the camera. This is when I said about the hood accessory from this section here, going around the neck. It literally just slides on and just sits there. So yeah, it looks quite cool from the back. I don't think it looks as cool from the front, obviously, but from the back it looks quite cool. You know, it does cut into that outfit, let's say. And then yeah, the head sculpt actually on the body. Well, I think she looks awesome. But anyway, again, let's get posing. First pose, let's go with something like meditating, legs crossed in a seated position. It isn't perfect, but you get the idea. You get what I was going for. Okay, second pose. I've gone with more of a flight pose, as if she's diving towards you, or imagine there's a pane of glass maybe there, and that's what her hand's about to touch. But yeah, I wanted to give it a go. It won't be a pose that I keep her in. Thirdly, we have a landing pose, inspired more from the Black Widow movie. And then the next shot is Peter, or Night Monkey, or Stealth Suit Spider-Man, sort of carrying her as if she's been injured or fell from a certain height. Hint, hint, if you haven't seen it, watch The Amazing Spider-Man. You'll know what I mean. The dancing pose that I had them on display, I really love it. It's not going to be the one I redo for my display. I'm going to go with a new pose. But it was an awesome pose. I never knew what to do with these two. So when I was sort of playing around with both of them, I thought, why not bring them together as such? Get them in the same, on the same base, sort of doing something together. And since it's just Night Monkey, since you don't see his face, you don't know that he's not from the animated film or series. So it kind of works. And Into the Spider-Verse, it's, who knows what could happen. So yes, I have got Night Monkey and Gwen Stacy dancing. That's the idea, at least. And finally, you've probably been wondering, what pose have I gone with now? I've gone with Stealth Suit Spider-Man, basically carrying Gwen Stacy on his shoulders. Imagine they've gone to a party or a carnival or something, and they've gone together, and yeah, he's just carrying her up the street for fun. She's waving at either fans or friends, something like that. It's just for fun. I've personally gone to a carnival dressed as Spider-Man, and you've got to be in the mood to socialise. There's a lot of handshaking, photographs, etc. Finally, a quick photograph of my display shelf as it stands. Do excuse that Tony Stark doesn't have a head and his hand fell off. I just haven't been bothered with him. His hand keeps falling off, and I still haven't settled on a head sculpt for him. So, yeah, I apologise. And that does it. If you got this far, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, fire away anything in the comment section below, and take care.